Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Who is here? Do we have anybody online? Hello, welcome to this week's edition of what do I call it? Our Sunday gathering of parents, where we talk about various issues concerning the upbringing of our children so that we can raise up uh, highly resourceful, productive, morally sound, useful individuals for the society. Now, today, we are supposed to have an exclusive interview with a home hero. The home hero is Chinasa. I think she's trying to join in. Very soon, I will add her to the stage. If you are here, grab your popcorn because Chinasa has a lot to tell us. So, Chinasa is ready. Chinasa, are you ready? I'm adding you to the stage right now. I hope you have your questions ready for us. Okay. Hello, Chinasa. How are you doing?
I'm very much fine. Good evening,
Happy Sunday.
everyone.
You're smiling.
I wish you the very best. And I'm
Thank
wishing
you.
all the Catholics happy Pentecost Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. That means Chinasa is coming with power. She just received power to do exploits. So we are not going to expect less. She received power. I also received power, but her own power is going to transfer to me. Happy Pentecost
Okay.
Sunday. Good to
I
have you
wish
on the
you
show
the best.
today.
Thank
Okay,
you so
now
much.
some people will watch after the live webinar. Some people will even watch next month, next 2 months, and all that, even if they did not meet up with us now. First of all, let me reintroduce myself to my guest. I am Mmokoye. I'm the founder, the Parents Academy, where the parents in the academy are called the home heroes. And Chinasa happened to be one of the home heroes. So she's one of the people that started the Parents Academy. They are the first set, cohort 1.0. We are starting the next cohort next month. So we are going to hear from Chinasa. We are going to talk about the day I almost gave up and why I did not. So first of all, Chinasa, tell us about yourself. Who is Chinasa? And just brief history about yourself. Your how many children you have, academic qualification, what you do too for a living. People may patronize you after listening to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like she rightly said, my name is Chinasa Perpetua Onyanusi. I am from Agluzibo in North local government area, Anambra State. I was born and bred in Obakoba in
Oh,
Obaru local government. Currently, I reside in Nzam in Anambra West.
interesting.
Um, I'm a graduate of English from the Open University of Nigeria, Aba
Okay.
Ghana Study Center to be precise, and I graduated in 2023 with
Okay.
2-1. Yeah,
Thumbs up.
and
It's not
I
easy.
I have been listening to Mmokoye right from 2017, but I happened to meet her, though I didn't know she was the one during our convocation in Abuja because I also received an
You want
award
to
that
steal
same
this
day.
one now. Continue.
So, I am an award winner in an essay competition arts department, and I'm a mother of two girls, a single mom to be precise, of two
Oh,
girls aged 10 and 9 years respectively.
beautiful.
So, mm,
Okay.
am I
What she wanted to say, she got to see me at Abuja where I came to receive awards. She equally received, but she didn't know I was the one. It was when I posted it on Facebook. She was like, I saw you. Are you the one? She has been listening to me on radio and we met at Abuja, but she didn't know I was the one. So I was like, did you see me? She said I was the one that received for art. I said, see now, it was we couldn't connect when we saw physically. It was now on Facebook that we connected. From there, she joined our seminar. From there, she joined the Academy. So Chinasa and I, we've gone a long way. But then
Yes.
we've not seen face to face, but we've gone a long way. That's the beauty of technology. All the way from Mzam is here
Yeah.
to talk to us. I love the fact she said she's a single mom. Most times, single mothers tend to leave their children to be anyhow. Then you hear things like, it's because it's a woman that trained this child. That's why the child is behaving like this. I have a friend too, a single mother. She's consciously and intentionally training her children. Her own, she was married though, but the long line, something happened. She had to leave the marriage. It was a matter of life and death, though. She had to leave the marriage. So, but she's like, I'm going to show the world that even though I'm training these children myself, they will still be useful. Now, Chinasa is also that kind of mother who is following me on parenting issues, following me on Facebook, still a home hero, trying to learn things to do to make sure that this adage of onye nwaanyị zo in Igbo language, you say a child raised by a woman is always wayward and all that. She's also trying
Oh,
to prove people wrong and say, though I'm training these children, I need to get the skills I need. I need to learn a lot to make sure I train them well. There are people who have been trained by both mother and father, but they're damaged.
yeah.
So it's not about whether single parent or not, co-parenting or whatever. It's about intentionality of the parents involved, the ability to learn, improve, and make sure they inculcate in these children. Like I tell people, parenting, the Parents Academy is not for couples who are living together to train their children. It's for single parents, it's for widows, widowers, divorcees. Our target is that child, not the parent, not the adult. Our target is that child. Please make that child to be useful for us. That's what we are asking of. Your story, how you became a single parent, is not our business, but no matter what it is, please make that child to be useful for us. That's what we want. So,
That
Chinasa,
is,
glad to have you here. You wanted to say something?
I said that is the main issue there, because a child that is trained by one parent won't it's not written on the forehead.
That's
So
true.
whether you, because I was raised by my mom. Reason, my dad died earlier. I was
Okay.
barely 7 when my dad died. So
Oh,
my mom raised us, 7 of us.
okay.
And I believe that for me now to decide to raise mine, I got that from my mom. Though
Okay.
her own parenting, it's kind of different from what I'm learning right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
And
still
another thing too,
better to get.
despite being a single parent, you still went back to school, graduated,
Yeah.
and even won an award. This is
Yes.
something, honestly, I doff my cap for you. I respect you more today. Because some other people will be like, oh, my word is finished, oh, I can't continue, I can't do anything. But look at her. She said, no, despite being a single parent, my life continues. I can still make out positive things out of my life. This is a lesson for anybody listening to us. Now, Chinasa, what does the term home hero mean to you?
Okay. To me, what home hero means, simply, traditionally raised parents learning, unlearning, relearning effective and contemporary strategies in order to raise productive modern kids. That is
I love
for me.
that. I love that. Unlearning, relearning effectively. Oh my goodness. That's it. That's it. You just I brought out the name home hero, but Chinas has given me another perspective to the name home hero. Chinas, I'm learning from you. Like I always tell my home heroes, I'm equally a parent, learning too,
Yeah.
struggling. So no one is an island of knowledge. And they call me, our coach, our coach. Today, you're going to coach your coach, Chinasa.
Please, so I'm still learning from you.
Okay. So before
You
we go into the
know
heavy part,
why I said we are learning and we are unlearning and we are also relearning, because
yeah,
for us, we are adults. We've learned
yeah,
one or two from our parents and
that's true.
from the people around us. But now with home hero, it's kind of These things are new. These things you tell us every Sunday, every day you make a broadcast, during lectures, during seminars. These
Yeah.
things, apart from some persons that read, these things
Yeah.
kind of sounds new. And
Okay.
when you start comparing them with what you knew while growing up, you find out that ah I gats relearn this thing oo, as in I gats unlearn whatever it is that
That's
my
true.
parents have taught me. It's time I relearn them and
That's true.
change them for the betterment of my own kids. Because
That's
if we are to be sincere to ourselves, we know that old times have passed.
that's true. That's true.
We are no longer there. And for
That's
us,
true.
for our children to fit into the world right today,
Yeah.
we have to do extraordinary things for
That's
them
true.
before they come
That's
of
true.
age.
That's true.
So that's why I use that term there. Thank you.
Yeah. I love the fact you said you have to do extraordinary thing. Like us. China said you are 9. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Before you got to see like naked people or hear about sex and all that, you know how old you were.
Of
Unlike
course.
today, unlike
Yeah.
today, even a child of 4 years is pasted everywhere. Before you
Yeah.
heard certain things, you knew how old you were. Even as of 10 years, 13 years, some of us, we don't even know anything. But today, we are seeing a whole lot. So it's quite challenging. So if you are holding back to the olden days pattern, Homo, your child's name is sorry. And there are
So
skills needed today. Before now, those skills were not there. Then
yes.
it was more of a doctor, lawyer, engineer. But today we're having people working as content creators, social media managers. How do you prepare your child for all these? So it's a whole new system altogether. Thank you for that. Now, Chinasa, before we go into the heavy part of your story, what was a typical day like for you as a parent? Like, as a parent, what's your typical
Hmm.
day of a parent? You said, don't blame you for saying that. I have been there, especially when they are toddlers.
Ah,
You may
no,
want to
you
go
can
crazy.
imagine. Can imagine. Anyway, you wake up early, you prepare them for school, they head to school, you are a bit chanced when they are off to school.
Yeah.
Then once it's time for once it's time, school time is over and they are back, ah, shouting, leave here, come here, do this one, do this one, oya go and sleep, this one, mommy I don't want to sleep, oya mommy I want to eat. They will eat, 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 especially my second daughter. Dat one loves food, dat one loves food a lot. She will get if you should count how many times dat one eat, right now that she's kind of growing up, if she ask you for food you don't give her, she will just head to where garri is, she will soak garri and be drinking.
She doesn't need long story.
I think she will get, okay mommy you don't want to give me food, don't worry, there is garri, I will go and be drinking garri. She can drink garri 3 times in a day. Dat girl
Oh
she
my
can eat. um
God. Is
so
she fat?
she's not fat
Is she?
oo, but she has the
But she's chubby. Oh my goodness. It seems Chinasa is having network
she has the
connection.
bones.
Oh, oh. Maybe she'll get fatter at older age. She will. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
one network is trying to play trick on us. Let's get into the main business of the day. The reason why you are here. Let's talk about that
Okay.
day. The day you almost gave up. What was going through your mind? Tell us
um
about that day. I mean, your journey as a parent. The day you almost gave up, you're like, adulthood na scam. Should I quit this? What
God
happened?
um
And what was going through
um
your mind? So
ah
you tell us what happened, what was going through your mind, the challenge, how you were able to overcome, and the lessons you picked from that, so that other parents will learn from you.
well, I'm not quite sure of the exact date, but I'm sure that should be early January 2017. Yep.
Okay.
It was shortly before sleep, would I say around 9, 10, something like that.
Okay.
Because that time my second child was barely, she was born in April, so she was barely 8 months. Yeah,
Yes, sir,
she
please hold
was.
on. Let me remind our audience what we are doing, because some people may be like, "Ma, you used to be alone. Today, what is happening? You have somebody." So today is exclusive interview with a home hero. A home hero is a parent in the Parents Academy, and her name is Chinasa Onyanose. She is talking to us about the day she almost gave up as a parent and why she did not. She's a single mother of two, pushing through a graduate. She graduated from the National Open University. She even won award the day she graduated. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. So Chinasa is calling in from Mzam. She is my guest today. This month of June, remember, June 1st June is International Parents Day. And I said this month of June, I'll be bringing my home heroes to talk to us about their journey in this parenting journey. And the channel is Parenting Issues. I am your coach, Mma Okoye. Remember to subscribe. Hit the subscription button if you've not. If Chinasa says anything that you like, please encourage her. Drop something. It's not easy to be here. She's on hot seat. So drop a comment to encourage her, please. Like the video and share to other parents who will equally learn one or two from her. Remember, this is a community where we come, we don't judge anybody. We only come here to learn, sharpen ourselves, because the target is the children. We want to get it right where the children are. When we see what is happening all over the social media, even around us, we are scared. So what can we do? We come as a community to learn, sharpen ourselves, learn, and go back to the house and put that which we learned in our various homes. So subscribe if you've not done so. Click the like button and share. Now grab your popcorn. Chinasa will take us all through. Chinasa, continue with your story.
Okay. Like I said earlier, I it was earliest January 2017. The
Okay,
date I'm not exact. I'm not exact about the date. So
okay,
my second daughter was 8 months plus. That very day, I came in, I looked at my kids. I felt like, what's the point? Because their their dad already declared he's no longer interested. And I've got calls from Lagos. I even got call from outside the country for a work or something like that. But I'm being stopped because of the kids. I can't go because of the kids. And my mom herself said she can't help me with those kids, that I'll have to take care of them myself. So that very night, I looked at my kids. I wanted to as in I wanted to kill them. I've already
yeah,
lifted I've already lifted my pillow. My
wow,
plan was to kill the last one, because she was still breastfeeding then, and maybe
wow,
after a while I'll finish the first one, then off I go, and I'm free with life, as in I'm free in life. Because the more free, people talking when you pass, people are talking, even guys that toasted you while you were in school, while growing
uh,
up, that
yeah.
you refused. Now you said, okay, you felt you found love and you want to settle down, then maybe few years story, now you are
But did he
left.
do any right, any marital right?
He never did. He came to my people, collected the list, and he never came back, because we are
Wow,
like, let's make money, let's bring the money, so we'll make it elaborate, this and that. That's
wow,
how the whole thing. Now, where did the problem start from? Because I was hell bent that it's time he fulfills those
Yeah.
lists. It's
Yeah.
time. I'm tired.
And you two
And
were living together.
yes,
Okay.
as a Catholic, I go to church. A communicant, I can't receive, and
Yeah.
I'm living with a man. I'm not
Yeah.
wedded. So
Yeah.
the whole thing was it was overwhelming for me. And we women, when we are overwhelmed, we tend to kind of start misbehaving. We
Talk
nag,
anyhow.
even when, yes, even when we are not supposed to. We will
Yeah.
just want our voice to be heard.
Yeah.
And because
Yeah.
of that, we tend to miss a lot. We cause havoc even when we are trying to build something, we are destroying it. So,
I love that. I love that honesty.
so I
Continue.
believe I believe that was the point where we are. And he found opportunity came because this internal crisis broke out in their area. So
Okay.
we couldn't stay back because my second daughter was barely 1 month then. So he now
Okay.
said, okay, you people should go to your mother's place and stay while I stay as a man. I can't run away from my town.
Mm.
That I stay back when everything is calm. You guys will come back. I
Yeah.
was like, I was having nothing at the back of my mind. I said, okay. I left for the safety of my daughters.
Yeah.
So long run, it happened May, May 24, 25 or so. Now we stayed till December. Now January, I called. I called him on the 1st January 2017. I was like, guy, I don't understand what is happening. Have we not stayed enough? I believe everything is calm now. So what's happening? Let's come back. Was like, you people should stay, you people should wait. Wait first, wait first. I was
Okay.
like, okay, fine. Let me come over to the place. Let's talk. What is it? What is happening? And by then stories have been flying, stories flying here and there. He has another woman, this one. So the
Wow.
stories were much. Then I was like, guy, come, let's talk. Let's know where we are. If this thing is not working, fine, let's just spill it. So that the very day he decided to come, the only thing he was telling my aunty was that nobody will force him to do what he doesn't want to do. So what are we
Wow.
forcing him to do? To go do my list, as in to go pay my bride price and all that. So my aunty was like, this thing you want to do you think is the best? Because this girl has sacrificed almost everything for you. Do you think
Yeah.
this is the best? He was like, nobody will tell him this one, this. So my aunt now said, Chinasa, wipe away your tears. You have cried enough. Just wipe off this tear. This guy will come back begging. That she just wipe off. So, during the course, I have been going to prayer, praying, doing fasting that I even had us out. So that
Hey.
very night, I was like, these kids, they are the things holding me. Oh. Besides, they are the
Yeah.
reason why they come to this place to maybe
Yeah.
see them like that. And whenever he comes, I don't feel myself anymore. Let me just
Yeah.
end it. I've already picked up my pillow to press my second daughter. This girl
Wow.
was fast asleep. She was fast
Wow.
asleep. I was telling my mom recently this story. She was like,
Wow.
what? I said, yes. I'm just saying this. I was saying it in front of my daughter. I said, this happened. That we all were in the house, but I was depressed. I have gone deep into depression and
Yeah.
nobody that I wanted to take away the life
Yeah.
of my child. myself. So
Wow.
I picked up the pillow to press her. Just just imagine how I felt. The girl was smiling in her sleep.
Wow.
She
Wow.
was smiling.
God is
And
wonderful.
I couldn't just believe it. I threw away the pillow. I knelt down. I cried.
Wow.
I wept. I cried to God. I said, God, I don't know what my crime is, but for this, for this, both prayer, fasting, I no do again oh. I no dey do
Honestly,
again. I no do
yes,
again. But you see
yes,
dis anything that concerns them will be my
yeah,
business. So that very day, I couldn't do that which I wanted to do by taking them
yeah.
out because of that singular smile that came from
Wow,
that innocent
wow.
child. I
Inno-
dropped the
God
pillow.
of the innocent children.
As in I picked her up, I carried her in my arms.
Child, child,
Then I said the last prayer, will I call it my last prayer concerning the marriage and everything. I
child.
said my last prayer and I just went to bed. That was it. And
Wow.
from that very day, I was just looking for anywhere to just so as to leave that environment, to
Yeah,
leave to far, to find a new life, find a new environment, and
yeah,
that exactly what brought me to Nzam.
yeah. Wow. Oh, you're not even from Unzam.
No, no, I'm not.
Yeah, wow, wow. This is a touchy story. So, can you tell us what lessons you learned and your lessons for people listening to you right now, or even people going through similar thing like yours? What advice?
Okay,
The lessons
first,
you learned first, then your advice.
the lessons I learned are so enormous that I might not be able to finish up. But I might tell this story.
Summarize it.
The first lesson is this: as a young girl, don't let this thing we call love so overwhelm you that you tend to lose your sense of reasoning.
That's true. That's true.
Reason first, because men will always be men. They have this sweet tongue, this sweet part of them that will so engulf you that you will not understand yourself until you've lost it all. In my own case, I lost it, everything. This education, I lost it because I gave up on education.
Wow.
Even my teachers, my secondary school teachers, they will see me, and the manager, a reverend father, he
Wow.
traveled when I was in SS2. So when he came back, I was with my first child. He was like,
Wow.
China, you of all people, you didn't
Wow.
attend university? Why?
Wow.
You're married to who?
Wow.
As in, the only thing remaining for that man that day was to carry cane and be flogging me in the church. I was
Child.
like, Chinasa, with all this brain,
Hey.
you are
Wow.
you are married. What are you marrying? And to who are you marrying the thing?
Hey.
You're carrying a child. I
Wow.
said, Father, since there is no need now. What is the need? Even if I go to school, I'll still marry. So now that I've married, let my children do the schooling for me now.
You
My
see?
secondary school
You see?
teachers, they will see me, they will say, Chinasa, so you don't want to further your education? I said, no, I'm not furthering, no. I've already
By then, have you
graduated.
written WAEC? Have you written WAEC then?
Yeah, of course, I wrote
Okay.
WAEC 210. I wrote WAEC 210.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was like, I've graduated though. Even if I go to university, he's still married, I will marry you.
You
So
see
now
the
that I've
mindset.
married, yes,
You see
I
the
said,
mindset.
I said now that I've married, there is no need though going to school again. Besides, that money that I will use in going to school, I will save it for my children. Where you see money
Oh
myself,
my
you know, they tell you they save. So,
God.
so
Can you imagine?
literally, The truth
Parents, I
is,
hope you are listening, especially parents of girls. I hope you are listening. If you are listening, please drop your comments. I want to see, hear you or read from you. Even if you are watching after this live webinar, please, what lessons are you picking from her story? Because we need to correct our own mistakes in our children, and we learn from the mistake of others to correct in our own children. Decision making skill is a skill you must give your child. That decision making skill, very important. Chinasa, continue.
so now the second lesson is this: we should, as in ladies or parents, we should be futuristic. As in,
Yeah,
it's not about now.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
just about now.
That's
Because
true.
that very moment, that time I chose to be with a man, that
Yeah,
wasn't what I'm supposed to do.
that's true. That's true.
I was just thinking about then. I wasn't thinking about future. I wasn't
Future.
even thinking
Yeah,
about today. I
yeah,
wasn't thinking about what will happen to me in the future.
that's true.
During that time, I never thought that, what if, as in I never gave myself, what if this man fails me?
Yes,
Where do
exactly,
what do I fall back on? I fell back
exactly.
on nothing.
You see,
Nothing.
you see.
I was penniless
Wow. Now
on
talking
my head,
about penniless,
but nothing came.
yeah, talking about penniless, what business do you do now? How has being a home hero helped you? Because I honestly I knew you, but I never knew this part of you. So thank you so much for sharing this. Because as you are saying this, I have girls. I have two girls. I'm learning. As long as you have a daughter, this story is very important for you. I'm learning. Even my sons, because someone raised a son improperly. That's why
Yeah,
he doesn't have empathy. He doesn't have human feelings. That's why he did what he did. So I'm also learning for my sons, because my son should not do this same thing to anybody. My
yeah,
daughter should not be in this kind of situation. So it's for both genders. If you train them properly, they shouldn't treat another person's child this way. It's very,
yeah,
very unfair. So it's a lesson for us. Let's train our boys better. Let them have human feelings. Let them have empathy. If you know you are not going into marriage with this person, why keep on? You don't even have self-control. You keep on impregnating her. Somebody may be like, oh, was she first and all that. They have sweet mouth, like you said. Some of our girls, they think just one direction. Like her, she was thinking one direction. The boy will keep talking and talking and talking. So let's also train our boys in that manner too, and train our girls properly. Now, how has being a home hero helped you, both as a parent, even in your business? Because I know we've done some things to help us improve in our business and all that. Can you share just one or two things being a home hero helped you in this journey, and how it made this parenting easier for you? Because I know honestly it's not easy. We that are living with our children's fathers, we know the shege we are seeing talk more when one person is doing it. So
well, before I joined the home hero, I already opened an account for both of them, where
oh,
I
beautiful.
save little by little for them. So,
Okay,
but when I this home hero came on board, I wasn't, the truth is I wasn't saving for myself
okay,
before. I wasn't saving for myself. Every other savings I was doing for my daughters.
okay,
But with home hero, I now opened an where I save.
okay.
I'm a businesswoman. As in I do lots of things. I'm not just into business.
Okay,
I'm not just into I sell rice, because this in here since I'm here, they basically produce rice
that's true.
from their farms.
That's
So
true.
I do rice business. I cook. I
Oh,
cook for, yeah, I cook for
for
the priest staying
commercial.
in our, yeah, no, the priest staying in our parish.
Okay.
Then
I hope
I do pay.
you are being paid now.
Yes,
Okay.
I I farm. I do potato farming,
Wow.
and also every other work, ad hoc staff, health,
Wow.
MPC, INEC, I do
Oh,
just to
okay.
make ends. I know they like stay idle. So I
Very
need, as long as
important.
money go come out, I dey
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
but with home hero now, I now know that each work I do, whatever it is that I do that gives me money, I know how many percent I will save it there, no matter what, I
Yeah,
don't touch it. Like my
yeah.
kids will always tell me, mommy, withdraw the money in our account now. I say that one I no fit withdraw am oo, because I don't know how to do it. I don't know
Yeah,
how that one is there. It's you that withdraw it when you come of age. They'll be like,
yeah.
mommy, please, I want to lick ice cream oo. I say, don't worry. One money for ice cream come, you will lick. So
Okay,
I be learning to save. Then
okay,
in the aspect of the children, earlier before I listened to one of your programs or so, because I wasn't listening to radio until I came to Nzam.
okay,
My boss turned father, she is an ardent listener to Sapienza radio.
okay.
So
Where
I
I
don't
do
know if,
parenting issues.
yes. So
Okay,
when we came to Nzam earlier, I was having this grudge over my against my ex that was
okay,
affecting my relationship with my kids. As
okay,
in, every time I was angry towards them.
okay.
Not because they did little thing these children will do, omo, if you see the
Yeah,
kind beating I will be
you
giving them,
transfer
and
it to them.
yes, whenever I'm beating them,
Mm-hmm.
if you are there, you understand that it's not about what these children did, it's about something this person
Yeah,
has mind. The thing
yeah,
was disturbing me, and I found out that these kids were they were becoming afraid of
yeah.
me
Wow.
until I listened to one of your program that said that we shouldn't always transfer aggression to kids. We should always treat kids with love, that they
Yeah,
are them, not the person that hurts you. It's not these
yeah.
kids that hurt you.
Honestly, they're not the cause
Yes,
of your problem. They're
yes. These
not
kids,
the cause of your problem.
these kids were where they were fine wherever they were. I was the one
Yeah,
that went and told them.
honestly,
Now, and they weren't the cause of my problem with my ex that
exactly.
will make me to kill them.
Yeah,
That since I didn't kill them then, why now?
yeah,
Why kill them now? So
exactly.
now, after listening to that, I called myself you've been living in falsehood. I've been lying to
Yeah,
myself all along, and I've been
yeah.
deceiving these children. If you see the way I'll be talking to them, if one
Wow.
is in there, you know, make as in all these things. So
Yeah,
that very day, that whether was it on Sunday or Saturday, I don't know, but I know that after listening to that program, I
wow.
called I called them. I was
Yeah,
like, please oh, please, I just want to beg you people for forgiveness. They were just looking
yeah,
at me because
yeah.
they were I was, please, I want to ask you for forgiveness. I haven't been
Wow.
fair, you guys. I have not. I've actually been transferring aggressions of what your dad did to me to you guys. But it's not your fault.
That's true.
It was never your fault.
Yeah.
So after begging them, we were like, okay, I know they might not understand what really
Yeah,
happened. I know that
yeah,
each time that moment, if they anger me, I try to put my anger in check. As in,
yeah.
from there,
That's important.
I started developing this love that was never there. I was developing love towards
Thank
them.
you, Jesus.
That right now,
Wow.
as it is now, They will do something, I can't even beat them. I will
Wow.
shout. But from your program, I also learned that shouting is not good. So even shouting ma, I know dey shout again. The only thing
I stopped you from beating, I stopped you from shouting. So you now say,
exactly,
what are you using to discipline them? Because there
yeah,
must be punishment. What are you using to
of
punish
course,
them?
of course. They will now pick pin. They now
Okay,
pick pin. They
okay.
they pick pin, they kneel down, then if it's the one I can't hold again,
I hope they
cane will
don't
speak.
pick for a very long time so that blood doesn't flow to their brain. That's another problem.
No, 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 they don't. They don't.
Okay,
So another method I devised was I do wake them up very early. I speak
okay.
to them. I
That's
always
important.
speak to them
Yeah.
more. What prompted that was the day I read something about sex education, something like that. Then
Okay.
I know that while growing up, nobody did that for me. My mom
That's
never
true.
did. My
Yeah.
elders, sisters never did. Nobody did. Whatever it is
Mm.
that I know today, I knew by myself. Nobody taught me. Is it that I
A
read them
lot
from
of us
book?
struggle too. A lot of us
Yes,
learned by ourselves, or we learned
yes,
through mistake.
yes. So I always wake them up. Then
Okay.
if there is something someone is doing that is not good, I don't like, that is the moment I do ship it in. I'll now
Oh,
like, see, this thing you're doing is not good though. It's
yeah.
like you don't want me to progress in life. Eh?
Yeah.
I'll be trying my best to make ends meet for us. You now you making me angry. Don't you know that if you make me angry, I will not be productive. They will not
Yeah.
be looking me like this. So at the end of the day, children now, they will behave well
Yeah.
that week.
That's true.
Next week, they will go back.
That's true. That's true. So I will not even wait for next week. 2 days or
Ah,
even one day.
they don't forget
But
themselves.
then,
Ah,
whatever you are saying is still entering, no matter what. Whatever you are saying is still entering. Even if they go back again, it's still entering. You don't give up. You keep talking. You keep
of
talking.
course.
That's true. Thank you so much, Chirasa, for being here. Thanks for your honest. You were so honest, sharing your experience. If you just joined, I'm sorry, I'm not repeating what she did, what she said. What you're going to do when we end the live stream, go and start from beginning and listen, because I cannot repeat her story. You listen directly from her, because personally as a parent, I learned a whole lot from her story. She shared a whole lot. One of the things I learned, you see, sexuality education, you can't overemphasize it. You need to teach your children about it. Decision making, very important. Like I always tell you people here, I said, and I'm repeating it, a child's prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain for decision making, is not fully developed until mid 20s. That is from 23 to 25 years. So before that age, you as the parent, you are the extra prefrontal cortex for that child, external one for that child. So when you are backing out, you are not teaching the child what the child is supposed to do. When that child makes mistake, from her story, she wasn't up to 25 when she took in and went to living with a man, which means her decision making skill wasn't developed. Biologically, nobody taught her. So how you, that's why I always tell parents, you don't blame the child and say, you're always supporting the children. You don't blame the child if you know what you're supposed to know. You don't blame the child. You blame yourself for not teaching that child what the child should know. So she made her mistake. And if you are a parent at that teenage stage, the only part of the brain that is very, 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 very active is the part that deals with emotions. The amygdala, it deals with emotions, it's hyperactive. So when the emotions are rising, the decision making part is not fully developed. Tell me, and you are not guiding that child, you're not teaching that child. When that child makes mistake, answer me honestly, who is to be blamed, the child or the parent? I want to answer in the comment section. Answer in the comment section. You will now know that you don't blame the child. So when we see our teenagers doing a lot of things, somehow we the parents, the environment has a share, but you as a parent, empower that child with the right information. It will help. decision making skill is a skill that you cannot overemphasize. So, Chinasa, thanks for sharing your story with us. Then, in terms of your finances, from what you said, being in the Parents Academy helped you to save more. I hope you do invest. I hope you do invest. There's something I taught you people about investment. I hope you do that. If you need rice, potato from Unzam, come to me. I will link you to Chinasa. She's tested and trusted. She will deliver. If you pay in, she will deliver to you. If she doesn't deliver, I will hold down her neck. So she will deliver. If you need rice from Unza, potato, reach out to her. You can support her to that. You don't dash her money. She's a hustling single mother. She wants you to pay her for her services. So she will deliver. You buy from her. She will add a little profit and make her money. Don't say, "Oh, I'm helping you." She's also helping you to get the organic one from the village. She will wait it from to you. You collect it and you pay her. That's also another way we can help ourselves as parents in this community. Thank you, Chinasa, for coming through in this. You shared a whole lot. You shared a whole lot. Thank you. So, your final words to parents and also your advice to people who are still considering, should I join cohort 1.0? Oh, 30,000 is too much. Should I join? What advice do you have for them?
Well, my advice to all parents, you see home hero, if you're a parent and you want your children to be modernized, you gats enter. 30K is nothing, as in what you will learn from this. The first cohort we did was startment. Now I don't know what will happen in the second cohort. So you just miss out. If you miss out, you're losing a lot. You will blame yourself you did. Believe
Yeah.
you me, blame yourself you did. Now,
As if you know,
what?
cohort 2.0 is going to be loaded. It is
Yeah,
going to be
you know,
loaded. Chinasa, do you have
because
the
you know,
parenting journal? Do you have the parenting journal?
I don't have it though, but I have my
Okay.
book.
Okay, you are journaling with your book. Immediately
Yes.
after this program, I'm going to give you a souvenir. I'll give you parenting journal. So I use it to journal. I'll give you one. I'll send it to you. So you journal for yourself and for those princesses. You journal their progress and your own progress. So from this week, you start journaling, setting your goal. I hope you've been setting your goal for the week, for the month. Have you been doing that?
Yes, I have.
Have you been meeting up with your goal? Have you been celebrating your small wins in your goals?
I've not been meeting up. I will not
Okay.
lie. I've not been
So
meeting up, but
one thing I
I'm
like about you, you're so truthful.
I'm heading somewhere. I know.
Okay, so now when I send you the journal, that journal is sold for 2,000 naira. I'm going to give it to Chinas and free of charge. So when I send it to you, you you promise me now. Put your hand in your chest and promise that you follow up and meet up with your targets every week. You promise. Yeah,
I
if
do.
you meet up with your target, set your goal every week. Chinas, I bet you in 3 months' time you are going to grow more. Both in your personal growth, personal development, just every Sunday, set a target. When you have difficulty setting a target, tell me, until I don't know the target to set, I'll give you a target to set for yourself. It's not something big, just small, small things. You may be like, I will save 2,000 this week. You may be like, I'll read just a chapter of a book from a course or just any small thing. It's not as if it's something very big. That's tiny, tiny improvement. That's what makes you grow. Like I am today. I didn't grow today. It started small, 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 small until I get to where and I'm not in fact I just started. Where I'm going to, you
I
cannot
can do that.
imagine. So I set my target every week. So I'll send that to you to say thank you for coming to this show. All right.
Thank you.
All right, so that's it, dear friends. Thanks for coming up on today's show. If you have listened to this point, thank you so much. Next week is going to be loaded because because I'm bringing in a barrister. She's going to share with us her experiences with different secondary schools she has visited through something I started in Onitsha, the Morality Rescue Team. She's going to tell us the experiences with teenagers. If you're a parent, make sure you don't miss out on next week's webinar because it is going to be fire. Chinasa's own is just preamble. Is going to get hotter and hotter. So thank you so much for showing up. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so. Let's do this again next week Sunday, exactly 8 p.m. And when next there is need, I may bring Chinasa again. If you want her to come again, drop it in the comment section. I'll bring her again. If you want to maybe patronize her, come to me. I will link you to her. She will deliver. If you missed out on that interview with Chinasa, once we end, go and start from the beginning because as a parent, you will learn a lot. Drop your questions, even after the webinar, drop your questions. We will do justice to that. If it's something she will answer, I'll forward it to her. I would love to read from you. I would love to read the lessons you learned from this interview. You see, when we hear directly from people, it touches us more because if I come here and start telling this story, it will be like, oh, you fabricated this story and all that. At least you saw her, you heard directly from her. Please pick the lessons from her and consider joining the Parents Academy. Cohort 2.0 starts July. Then Between Love, Infatuation, and My Identity. It's a book she should have read if she had people who were guiding her properly. So if you know you don't want such stories for your children, please go to the description. The link for that book is in the description. Just 3,000 naira. If you are within Onitsha, Port Harcourt, Asaba, Oka, the hard copy is available. If anywhere you are in the world, I can bill the hard copy for you. But the soft copy, I added extra chapter, which I called identity. Everything about identity. So even if you have the hard copy, you still need the soft copy. The soft copy is just 3,000 naira. What it will save you with watching us a pass through. 3,000 naira is nothing compared to the trauma, the stress, the depression, the anxiety. She went through depression because she didn't know what she's supposed to do. So go to the description, buy that Between Love, Infatuation, and My Identity. Give it to your child that is 12 years. Once your child is 12 years, both the boys and the girls, buy it and give it to them. Read it before they read because there are lots of questions they will ask you. So make sure you read it so you get ready to answer their questions, okay? All right, thanks for showing up till now. Let's do this again next week Sunday. I remain your humble guidance counselor and parenting coach, Mma Okoye. See you again next Sunday. Bye.